Hey friends, in this video we're going to be unboxing the Livetrak L8 from Zoom. This is a multi-channel mixer, so it allows you to have multiple inputs like XLRs or 1/4 inch. It also allows you to do calls. This is an awesome little mini mixer. Let me go ahead and show you the Amazon ad so you can see what that looks like. So at the time of purchase, it was $349. It was on sale from $400. And we're gonna go ahead and do the unboxing today and talk about the different features and the things that it has. I will point out it does have a 4.7 out of 5 stars and there's 294 reviews. So this thing looks awesome. I'm super excited to kind of jump in and take a closer look. I am going to be doing another video that is going to be a head-to-head between the Livetrak L8 and the PodTrak P8 and why you would choose one or the other. So stay tuned for that. That will happen probably next week after this video releases. But for today, let's just focus on the Livetrak L8. All right, so let's go ahead and do the unboxing. The first thing I'll notice, this is very similar cardboard to the P8 setup. Lots of good information on the outside. I guess I can quickly run through some of the features here. For podcasting, it does have a TRRS connection for your phone connectivity, which allows you to do microphone in and to hear the call as that comes in. So the back and forth needs both of those R's. The TRRS does have a built-in mix minus for that, which means that there's not going to be feedback issues with that call. And then you also have 6 assignable sound pads, right? So these little buttons on here to play back different things. It is an 8-channel mixer, 6 combo jacks, which are the XLR or 1/4 inch in, plus the 2 other mono tracks from the TS. And then you also have 3 monitor outputs, which are going to be helpful for either headphones or another output setup that you have. There's 8 built-in send and return effects, and there's 7 scenes of memory. This actually can do a total of 12 tracks of recording, and 10 of these tracks can be used for playback all at the same time, and it does 24-bit up to 96 kilohertz for your recording format. So that's really awesome. It also can do 12 in and 4 out for the USB interface, which is awesome. So you can have each track come in individually, which is pretty cool. And it's compatible, I guess, with iOS as well. You can also record simultaneously on the computer at 48 kilohertz as well, plus or record on the SD card simultaneously. So awesome. Lots of great functions here, lots of great things about this recorder. And even though it doesn't look as cool as the P8, this L8 does have a lot of cool features. So let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy. So the first thing we'll see are the instructions. Tells you what it comes with. It does have an AC adapter, a TRRS cable for your phone, and then a USB cable as well. Plus, of course, the L8. And apparently this is another language on the back there. We do have a quick start guide if you want to bust that open and check out how you can plug everything in. But if you want the full in-depth story, go ahead and look at this information here. And it looks like the only power solution is through the USB. So that's a 5 volt. So if you plug it into the computer, it'll be powered through that. Or if you plug it into the wall, it'll be through that USB port as well. So this is pretty extensive, so I would encourage you to definitely read through this manual as you're going. So next up is the warranty information, safety precautions, and then the Zoom contact numbers. So if you need any of that, that's also in here, which is nice. We have our AC adapter, which is the AD17A/D. I believe this is the same one that comes with the P8. Oh, looks like this is just USB on this side. That's okay. So you do have a 5 volt USB plug that you can use for power. So I'll set that off to the side. And here's the USB cable. On this side, it looks like a micro USB. And then we have that TRRS connector that can be paired with a dongle like this if you have a lightning cable in your iPhone or other phone. And then under this cardboard, we have the main unit itself. So let me go ahead and set this to the side here. All right, so here is our mixer. We have our faders at the bottom. We have our XLR combo jacks in, so you can do 1/4 inch or XLR in. You have 6 of those. You have 2 mono 1/4 inch inputs as well. The 48 volt phantom power is across all the devices, so expecting you to have the same kind of miking setup for each one of your inputs. So keep that in mind. That is a little weird. This high Z button or 24 decibel button is different on the first 2 inputs versus the rest, so you can check out why in the manual if you need to. You do have gain controls, which gives you up to 54 decibels of gain. I know in the L8 it gives you up to like 72 or something, so when we do that head to head, we'll look at that a little closer. So you can select each channel, the ones that you're affecting, by hitting one of these buttons here. And after you've selected something, these controls allow you to control the channel strip that you've selected, essentially. So you have a record or playback button there, which you can highlight once you have it up, and then you have mute buttons across the board here as well. We do have our standard faders in here. These are labeled, so 0 is unity, of course, and then you have plus or minus there. So coming back up to the top, we do have our master out, which is nice XLRs, which is cool. We have a headphone out, and then we have monitor outs for 3 other headphones. So the cool thing about this is you can do 3 separate mixes as well. So you can do a mix A, B, and C. So if your guitarist wants more of him or less of a singer or what have you, you can have separate mixes for each one of those channels. I will point out this bus is not a motorized bus. So when you switch between the mixes, when you're actually trying to dial in those mixes, you'll have to bring the fader down to the level that it was before and then back to where you would like that mix to go. So we do have a small screen here, which you do have this joystick that can affect it as well. And then you have a few other buttons over here which affect your playback and also your types of effects that you have on that as well. Finally, we have our mixer, scene, effect, and record buttons all on the bottom side, so you can see those as well. So let's do a spin on this and see what the inputs and buttons are on the side. So nothing on the front here, nothing on the side. On the back, we just have power and your SD card, which is a full-size SD. You have that K-lock. And then on the bottom, we have our 5-volt DC in, which also connects to your computer, or you can power this device with 4 AA batteries, and then nothing on this side. So basically you have a few controls on the bottom, the back, and the front, nothing on the sides. So we're gonna go ahead and get this bad boy plugged in just to see what the lights look like and kind of play with some of the menus. We're not gonna go into a full review since this is the first time this thing has hit my desk, but it would be nice just to see a few features before I close out this video. So I am plugging in this USB, and I do like how this is ported and it has this path. Looks like if this gets tugged on, it's not gonna destroy the port of the bottom of the machine. So that is really helpful and really handy. And I'm gonna go ahead and reach under my desk and plug some stuff in. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this bad boy on the back here. You'll see the power lights up here. All the indicators have powered up as well, which is really cool. And it's gonna take a few seconds for this to boot up here. All right, starting at the top, we have 2 LEDs on here to show us that these line level 1/4-inch jacks are up and rolling. Now, if I change the selection here, it'll change it to USB. So it's expecting the 2 channels from the USB to come in through 7 here. Now, if I select this one, it will do 7 and 8 via this TRRS connection there. And then finally, if I press this again, it'll give me channels 3 and 4 through the computer on this 8 strip here as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and reset that to the line level for these inputs here for now. Now we do have the selection button like I talked about before. So whatever channel you select, this channel strip will be affecting that channel. So if I wanted to add a low cut, or if I wanted to pan it a certain way, I could do that all by selecting the channel and then messing with this channel strip. And as you select the different scenes or effects or recorders or what have you, these lights will change. So these buttons change depending on which mode you have selected at the bottom. So right now, if I'm in mixer mode, we're mixing our master. I can mix A, I can mix B, I can mix C. You can also copy that effect and then paste it to different channels like that. And then you can also change the sound pads by clicking sound pad and then dialing those in. So if we go to effect, we can add effects. So we have all, hall 2 room, plate, delay, chorus, vocal, and vocal 2 on those effects. For scene, we can basically save a scene and bring one up if we would like. We can recall that, or in my case, I don't have any scenes built out, so I'll hit cancel. And then finally, if I press record, it'll tell me no card, but if I put an SD card, we can record everything onto that. Now, it will only record the channels that are armed, so we gotta make sure that we have each one of these channels armed if we have inputs coming into them, so that we make sure those get recorded. So keep that in mind. That is something that's important. You wanna make sure those are recorded. Now, if we have a SD card in there, we can also turn these channels to green, which allows us to play back from each one of those tracks that were just recorded. So kind of a nifty thing, kind of a cool trick. So, and then like we said before, mixer, we can select mix A, which is going to give us a sub mix for these headphones out. So we can select either A, or we can do master. We can do B or master, C or master. So depending on what we want to do for those headphones, we can do a master mix, which is just what our output's going to be on our master channel, or we can have up to 3 different individual mixes that can go out through these 1/4-inch jacks as well. So, okay, so hopefully this unboxing and quick review has been helpful to you on whether this L8 is a good setup for you. I'm gonna go head to head between this L8 and the Podcaster P8 as well to kind of compare the features and see what we get one versus the other. So I won't give away which one I chose, but I am gonna walk away with one of the 2 of these mixers by the time I'm done with that video. So thanks for checking out this one. We'll see you in the next one.